So the film starts in 1980. It was a time when people were afraid of robbers because robbers used to kill people after stealing their goods, just like Parmis does now. He, along with his partner, kills 3 people here and then loots all their goods. After finishing their work, they reach a place where wooden fences were made and human skulls were hanging everywhere. Before Parmis and his partner could understand anything, someone attacks Parmis's partner. There was a human bone on the top of this arrow as well. Parmis wanted to save his friend as well, but he died on the spot. He was also in danger of being attacked, so he quickly ran away from there and came to his city. Parmis hides all his looted goods, but unfortunately for him, the sheriff catches him while he was doing all this. The assistant of the sheriff had seen this, and now he came and told all this to the sheriff, whose name was H. He said that, "I think Parmis is a robber because he was hiding his stuff." Both of them decide that if this is the case, then they will catch Parmis. Hunt comes outside with his assistant where Parmis was sitting. They did not catch him immediately, but Hunt sat down first and started asking questions about his work, and when he saw that Parmis was scared, then his doubt turned into certainty. Before he could catch Parmis, Parmis got up and ran away from there, and to stop him, the sheriff shot a gun on his legs from behind and stopped him there. He fell there after getting injured. Now, because all this happened in front of all the people outside, everyone came to know that Parmis is a robber. Here we see a man named John who gets worried for Parmis after seeing him injured and goes to the city to help him. I go to find a doctor. There was only one doctor in the town, and we were shown that her husband was also badly injured. His leg was badly injured and she was treating it herself. But now, because it was an emergency, she takes permission from her husband and comes to the police station with John. After reaching the police station, she saw that the situation was much worse than she had thought. But Mrs. Legg was more injured than she had thought. It would take her almost the whole night to treat it, and even after that, she could not tell when he would recover. The doctor gets busy with her work, and the scene cuts, and we are shown a boy on the other side. He was going to his farmhouse for some work, when suddenly he heard the sound of horses running fast. When he went to check, the scene in front of him was very strange. The people in front of him did not look like us at all. Before he could think of anything and run away from there, these people catch him and kill him. These people had come to chase Bernice, brutally wounding her body in many places. These people were actually cannibals, i.e. people who eat human flesh. Well, it is morning, and we see the sheriff at his house. A man comes to his house in a panic and informs him that he has seen a man dead in the fields, and the condition of his body is very bad. He tells that he had gone to the police station to report all this, but when he went there, he saw that there was no one there, not even the prisoner. Hearing this, the sheriff was shocked, but he still went first to the fields and checked the body of the boy, who was now dead, and then he went to the police station, and after going there, he saw that everyone was really missing. On searching the police station, he also finds an arrow from there which belonged to the same Cannibals tribe. The sheriff had no idea about it, but he knew. He thought that there is a person in this place who will tell the truth about this, and that person was the professor. Before taking this arrow to the professor, he goes to the doctor's house and gives the shocking news to her husband that his wife has disappeared from the police station last night. Hearing this, her husband was shocked. The sheriff tells him that he should not worry. I will find out their whereabouts. Arthur is worried. Now the sheriff started chasing him. He came outside where he found the professor. He showed the professor this arrow. Seeing this, the professor also got worried. The professor knew that this arrow belonged to the cannibal tribe. The professor tells everyone that the cannibal tribe catches and kills and eats humans. Whoever goes to them does not return alive. And if the people of that tribe had caught and taken people from here, then it meant that their whole town was in danger. First, they will kill and eat these people, and after that, they will come to this town again and again for their prey. Hearing this, everyone got scared. The doctor's husband only cared for his wife. He wanted to save his wife at any cost. That is why he decides to go with the sheriff on his mission. In this mission, these people are going to go towards that cannibal tribe to save everyone. They sat on their horses. It became night while walking. These people were also tired. They reached here. They decide to sleep. John had a great idea of traveling in this way. He had put a wire around the place where people were sleeping, so that if anyone starts coming towards them, they wake up with the sound of this wire. This wire also rings at night, but there was no one there except animals. Their journey remains, very peaceful till here, and the next morning they start their journey again. And it is seen that the doctor's husband, whose leg was already bad, his wound started getting worse, and infections started in it, and he was in a lot of pain. Sharif also told him that if you want, you can stop your journey here, but he was not ready to stop and keeps traveling with them. When it becomes night, they have to stop their journey again. Tonight, something very strange happens to them. Two people start coming in front of them, to whom Hunt shows his gun and says, "Stop there if you have any weapon." So throw them down, but these people said, "No, we don't have any weapons." Despite this, they kept moving towards them. John shot them both from behind and killed them. Seeing this, Hunt got angry that he had killed innocent people, but John said that, "We are on a journey. We can't take any risk." He was right too. When these people went near and checked those two men, they were really robbers and they also had weapons. If John had not killed them, he would have killed them. These people now sleep tension-free, but today maybe their luck is bad. Once again, they attack the looters and secretly loot their goods. They were also taking their horses, but John's horse, which was very loyal, was not ready to go with them. So those people injured that poor horse badly, and when John and the rest of the people who were made unconscious by those robbers regained consciousness. So, seeing all this, they were very shocked. John was very sad to see the condition of his horse. He was his only friend and companion in that world, and now he could not see how much pain he was in. That is why John shot him and ended his suffering. It was morning now. They had to continue the journey, but without horses. They had only one way to go on foot. But the doctor's husband's leg was very bad and he could not walk much. That is why everyone else asked him to stay there and also gave him painkillers. Now, because Arthur, that is the doctor's husband, was left behind, as these people moved forward in the journey, they were leaving their marks with stones behind, so that as soon as he got better, they could follow them and reach them. After walking for some time, finally, their journey ended. They had reached the cannibal tribe, which was their real prey. As soon as they reached there, a cannibal came in front of them, whom Hunt shot with his gun. Hearing the bullet sound, more cannibals came there and started attacking them with their strange weapons. With these strange weapons, these people did not know how to fight with those cannibals. John got badly injured. John's condition was not such that he could fight, so the sheriff and his partner left John there and also gave him a gun for his safety. It was seen that John was very brave. Even before his death, he shot and killed 3 cannibals coming in front of him, and in the end, he also died. Here, the sheriff and his partner, who were cleverly going to enter the cave of the cannibal tribe, were caught by them. They took them and locked them in a jail where other people were also imprisoned in the jail in front, but these people were only 2. The sheriff asks where Parmis is. The doctor tells him that these cannibals have killed and eaten him, and now only we 2 are left. Hearing this, the sheriff and everyone got scared. In the meantime, a cannibal came here and called everyone here with his strange whistle, after which he took him out of the jail, took off his clothes, and 2 cannibals tied him by his legs. They caught him and ruthlessly tore him apart. These people got scared of this horrific scene. They were not able to understand what to do. But still, the sheriff was hopeful that Arthur, the doctor's husband, would definitely come to save them. The doctor asked where Arthur was. The sheriff told that he was coming with us to save you, but the wound on his leg worsened and he started feeling pain. That is why we left him on the way. Hearing this, the doctor became angry and started shouting at them. How can you do this to him? How can you leave him at such a dangerous place? The sheriff explains to her that this is not the time to fight. This is the time to fight together. The sheriff asks the doctor how many cannibals are there. The doctor tells that there are 15 to 12 cannibals here. Now, because we had seen that John had killed 3 cannibals outside, the rest were about 12. Now we are going to our village. To release you from here, these people make a plan. The sheriff had wine in which these people mix alcohol and start fighting among themselves for it. When the cannibals see this, they think that this is not wine, but something very precious, so they snatch it from him and drink it. This wine was drunk by 3 cannibals at this time. All 3 died after drinking. It and the sheriff's plan worked. Cutting from here, we are now shown Arthur, who somehow crawled towards the cave of this cannibal drive. As soon as 2 cannibals saw him, they started attacking him, but before that, Arthur shot and killed both of them, after which he dragged himself to them and saw that they had a strange whistle in their neck through which they called their other companions. He himself saves this man's whistle, due to which more cannibals come here, and he shoots him too, which means Arthur had killed many cannibals. Now only 4 cannibals were left with whom they had to fight. We are shown a scene inside the cave, where the leader of the cannibals has come to know that Sheriff had played a game and killed 3 cannibals by giving them poisoned wine. To take his revenge, he takes out Sheriff in anger and brutally cuts his stomach and puts the wine bottle in his stomach. Before he can do anything worse to him, they hear the sound of a gunshot from outside. In fact, Arthur had killed one of them. The cannibals threw this gunshot. All the cannibals come out of the cave to see this except one. This remaining cannibal puts his foot on Hunt's neck, and Hunt pretends to run, and while holding his foot, knocks him down and himself comes on top of him and kills him. The cannibal who had gone outside was killed by Arthur, after which Arthur dragged himself inside the cave and met the sheriff and told him how many cannibals he had killed. The sheriff guessed and told him that now only 3 cannibals are left here, and I am also about to die. Do one thing. All of you run away from here, and I will kill these 3 cannibals from behind. This was a very emotional scene. These people did not want to leave their wedding but were helpless. After which, all 3 of them started coming out of here together, and they came quite far from the cave, and then they heard the sound of 3 gunshots, which meant that the sheriff had killed the remaining 3 cannibals as well. It is shown that in the end, the sheriff himself died taking his last breaths, and after killing all the cannibals, only these 3 survivors were left who had the courage to save the rest of their town from the danger of these cannibals. And this movie ends here.